What's up guys? It's been a while since I've done a video on anything cooking related. It's always been beer brewing, but as some of you may know, I had the Members Mark IV burner 36-inch griddle for a while, and I've done a lot of cooks on it. Now for YouTube, I only did like maybe 2 or 3 cooks on it and put the videos out there, but I'm excited to present to you a different griddle. This one has everything I was looking for in a griddle, and we're gonna go over all the different features on this particular model. This is the Halo 4B griddle. It has 4 burners, which actually kind of are like 8 burners, and I'll show you what I mean by that here in a moment. But let's just take a moment to look at the cover that you can get for this thing as well, because the cover is actually a very, very nice cover. Very high quality product. And so let's take a look at that real quick. As you can see, man, it's a very nice cover. Very unique in design. I've never seen a cover quite like this one before. But yeah, it wraps around the shelves, and it completely encompasses the whole upper portion of the griddle, which is what you want. I mean, some people might prefer to have their stand protected as well from the rain and everything, but you can see this bad boy is a very nice cover. We'll see how long it lasts here in the Houston weather. But it also covers the back grease cup, and we'll show all the stuff hiding underneath this cover right now. So here we go. All right, so let's get this cover off, huh? Let's go ahead and unwrap the shelves. There's 2 little clips underneath. Just pop them loose. Do it for the other side as well. All right, and that's that. It just comes right off. And that's that for the cover, man. Just comes right off. Very nice. So let's get in a little closer on this. Now you see the side shelves here, you just simply lift up, slide over, push down, just like that. It's got little tool hooks on the end here for hanging tools. And there's also magnetic tools you can buy from Halo. They just simply magnetize to their slots here on the shelf. I'll show you something else cool about those end hooks as well. They're not just for tools. Let's just put it that way. Comes with a really nice hood on it. Stainless steel top hood. This is great for like if you want to do burgers and melt cheese real quick. You just simply close the hood and let it steam them up, and then open it up and you're good to go. Probably even bake pizzas on this thing. So here's the inside of the griddle. Comes with a really nice warming rack. I'm really excited about it. Nice stainless steel rack. Put stuff up here to drain if you want it a little bit. Although it does hang over the back edge, so you probably wouldn't want it to drain too much and run down the back of your griddle. But anyways, you can put tortillas, buns, anything up there just to keep them nice and warm while you're doing everything else. One thing I really, really like is the way they did their stickers, man. This is actually not a sticker at all. It simply is just magnetically applied to the griddle top. I'm gonna go ahead and take that thing off. Also, all the stickers are pretty easy to remove. I mean, they're not like a heavy duty sticker at all. It just simply peels right off. No muss, no fuss, no paper tearing. They're kind of like a vinyl sticker, so they just peel off in one piece. Very nice. Go ahead and get that one off too. Just like that. So we're officially de-stickered on this thing. We also have a side shelf on the right side here that simply the same thing. You just lift up, lock in. It comes with a set of hooks on this side as well. All right, so we talked about the shelves, the tool hooks. Let's talk about something else that's unique about the end tool hooks that makes this griddle very cool. So let's zoom in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. On each side of the griddle, on the shelves, are those tool hooks. Well, they're not just tool hooks. They actually pop off. There you go. So they pop off, and now you got handles, right? Hook handles. And they're used for putting on the griddle and lifting the griddle off the grill. Now, one thing you have to be cognizant of is disconnecting this guy. You can just lift the griddle right off. So let's go ahead and put this aside somewhere. All right, so now that we're under the hood, the griddle, wherever you want to call it, this burner design is incredibly cool. Most of these griddles, non-halo griddles I should say, have tube burners, just tubes that run the full length of the grill usually, or they run almost the full length of the griddle. This particular one, the burners are completely different and very, very, very cool. Much better coverage, I think. And boy, I understand that they do put out a substantial amount of heat, and you may even power them off after a while when you're cooking because there's so much residual heat left over. But anyways, to explain this, if you have your knob and you were to turn it just to low, only the front burners will turn on each knob, each row. When you have it just halfway there, only the front burners turn on. But as you crank it up, the back burners turn on. This is kind of cool for zone cooking, right? So usually when you cook on a griddle, you usually would like have one zone just cool, one zone hot. In this case, you want to keep the back cooler. That will be your option. You would keep the front ones will always turn on. But if you want to keep the back ones off, then you'll have like a cooler zone in the back and a hot zone in the front. Very cool. And then there's different combinations with this grill. Like you may only have this burner on, these two burners on, or something like that, or a different combination. Maybe these two on, just the front ones on the others. All kinds of different variations of ways of doing the temperature on this thing. But if you have them all on, it will get incredibly hot, and I understand it even gets up close to 800 degrees. That's an incredibly hot griddle. I think my members mark only got up to 700 or so. But one other thing I really like about this griddle, I did a lot of research on griddles in general because of, man, I don't want to be buying a griddle every other year or something. No, I want to find something that's going to work for me and keep me happy for a while, and I need something that's going to last. So on the members mark, I had problems where I'd put stuff on the side shelf and the radiating heat from the griddle would actually burn stuff on the side shelf, and I had to always push all my stuff to the farthest point on my shelves, which made the shelves almost useless. This griddle has wind guards, but they also double up as heat guards. And the griddle sits down inside, so there's no radiating heat at all. The only way the heat can go is down and out. And there's little vents actually in the bottom of this guy that allow the heat to escape downward and outwardly. So don't let your kids get under the griddle at all when it's in operation, because that's where the heat's going. For one, it's going to be incredibly hot under there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I just love the way this is designed. I'll show you. Let's put the griddle back. And she is incredibly heavy, guys. This is the heaviest piece of rolled steel I have ever laid hands on. But look at that space. You use 100% of the cooking space on this thing. 100%. You don't have to worry about food falling in the bottom anywhere. There's no hole anywhere on the cooking surface. The only place the grease can go is out the back. That was really smart of them to double these up as tool hooks, but also to lift the griddle off. So anyways, this griddle also comes with a level. How cool, man. So you can just set it on your grill and level it out at the casters, the bottom casters. You can adjust them. And there's a little wrench here as well that comes with it. It just magnetizes to the front, and you can use this to adjust your casters to get your griddle leveled out. In my case, my deck slopes, so what I would want to do is lift the right side some until we get it more even. Or actually no, I want to lift the left side. Lift the left side some. So I'll raise this side some so that bubbles more in the middle, and then you can take it this way, and I would actually want this grill to be angled a little more like this so the grease wants to go to the back. You don't want the grease going forward, you want it to slowly trickle towards the back of your griddle. And so yeah, I'll have to set it up accordingly. But it has everything, man. It has everything I was looking for in a griddle. I looked at Pit Boss Ultimate. I looked at different Blackstone. All right. Here's the back side of the griddle. The grease collection system is so cool on this thing, man. This is it right here. It basically you just lift off, line up the screw holes, which, you know, if you're gifted like me, might take you a minute. And it comes right off. And there is where all the grease runs out, off of this guy. Just runs out, off your griddle. Even the birds are excited. And runs into this guy. And look at the size of this. That is a big, deep grease cup if I've ever seen one. And you can, I mean, you could, you know, adjust it. There's a pin here. Just pull the pin, adjust it back. Boom, look at that, I did that pretty easily. I just simply pulled the pin and it moves back just with a little nudge. And you can take your little grease trap cup foil pan out of there, discard it, wash it, reuse it, whatever. My foil pans, I tend to like take them out, scrape them out, wash them and reuse them. I get a few uses out of my foil pans before I toss them, but yeah. Beautiful, 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 man. There's nothing about this griddle that I hate so far. Now, I have not cooked with it yet, so the jury's out when it comes to that. But it just goes right back on there, no problem. No muss, no fuss. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, now I did talk about considering especially the Pit Boss Ultimate against this. One thing I didn't like about the Pit Boss Ultimate is the coated ceramic top. I just know my experience with coated ceramic anything is that over time that coating wears out and then you're left having to replace the griddle top, whereas with a rolled steel top you can sand it, whatever, recondition it, recoat it just like cast iron. But the reason why I was considering the Pit Boss Ultimate, besides, you know, hating the ceramic coating idea, is that portability. I wanted a griddle that if I ever wanted to, just say in the future in life, whatever, I ever wanted to, I could take it with me, pack it up, take it with me on the road, whatever. This griddle is designed for that. The actual bottom stand here, you can actually unscrew. There's a little bolt here, threaded bolt. You can unscrew it some to loosen it up, and these little bottoms will raise up, and then the whole bottom stand scissors up, and you can pack it away. And the whole griddle, if you just loosen these retention bolts here, there's 4 of them, 1 on each corner basically. You can take the whole griddle up and it becomes a countertop unit. You can put it on top of a counter or a tabletop or whatever. Now it is really heavy, so make sure you have a table that will support it. And it is very big and wide. So yeah, but it's totally portable, and yeah, that was the selling point for me on top of the quality of everything on it. And my kids may not be going to college because I bought this thing, but they'll understand when they get good meals out of it. So anyways, I hope I explained enough on why I chose this particular griddle. I tend to do that. I'll buy something, a cheaper end of something, and try it out and see if it's something I'm really going to do a lot of. And yes, I did use the Members Mark quite a bit, but there were some things about it that just pissed me off, to be quite honest, like not being able to fold the shelves down, burning things on the shelves when the heat got too hot on the griddle. I found myself always having to push stuff to the side, and the wind, on windy days, the wind would blow the flame a lot, kind of mess with my temp a little bit. I don't have the problems with this. This thing matches everything I wanted. Portability, wind guards and heat guards, hood quality there, and the burner design, and the way the grease is collected. All those things, everything just kind of lined up perfect. Now, I know there's a little song and dance that has to be done with this when I'm actually cooking with it, because it gets really, really hot, apparently, like incredibly hot, and it can be hard to maintain. So a lot of people will kill the burners for a while and just cook on the residual heat, because that rolled steel griddle part is really, really, really thick and heavy. And you know what, I didn't do that. I didn't show you what the bottom of this thing looks like. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll close out with this being my overview and why I bought it. So as you can see on the back of this guy, this is why there's amazing heat retention. Look at the iron work done on this thing. It is incredibly thick. It is a beast. It is a beast. As I drop it and potentially break my toes. So that's that for this video. Hope this informs you enough on whether it's something you're interested in. I'll try and get some cook videos out there on it and just kind of demo how this thing goes. So see you next time. If you haven't, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.